Greetings, I'm Epictetus, and this is Epic Tech. Hey, look at that. We're back, and it is time to get some stuff going. I was just looking around to kind of see what state things are in, and they're doing pretty well, actually. I figured something out. There's a little bug in this version that I think it's a bug anyway, that the duplicants seem to occasionally prefer the outhouse over the lavatories. Like, if I delete this, which I'm going to do, you'll see every once in a while a little thing will pop up and it'll say no toilet available. I'm gonna try just disabling it first, and let's see. Will he do it? No. Let's just deconstruct it then. Yeah, so he disables it and then walks. Okay, whatever. One of the there was a bunch of things we need to do. There's no doubt about that. But I'm thinking it might be time to get a clothing manufacturing. What's it called? A textile factory going. We're going to need some power. I think actually this would be a good spot right up here. So we'll go ahead and stick this textile station right there. And guys, go do so. We're also going to need some power going to that. Oh, and you know what? I got to remember to double check my materials. So that's fine. They're going to use copper. I'm okay with that. But especially for this kind of stuff, so we've got a little bit of iron. I'll just go ahead and do copper. And we'll plug this guy in right there. Okay. How we doing, everybody? Yeah. Oh, I just realized we have 9 duplicants and 8 beds. Aha, yeah, I put one over there. We need to make another bedroom here, though. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. We'll use granite. It has a nice decor improvement. So all these other ones are 3 tall. I think I'm going to make this one 4 tall and put in a shower. Hopefully they'll get to that sooner than later. Low concentration? That's not good. Well, we're going to need an oxygen vent in this general area anyway, so let's go ahead and set that up. Not a liquid pipe, I want a gas pipe. Go ahead and just take that. And a gas vent. Poor Max, having to sleep all the way over here by himself. Let's have them make sure we have plenty of food. Especially if we're going to start bringing in more people, it's going to be important. The other thing I need to do is start getting myself, let's see, what do we got? Mealwood? That's good. I'm going to need to start getting myself some fertilizer, I think. Because eventually we're going to be running out of mealwood, I think. This has happened to me in some of my other games, and when you start running out of mealwood seeds, I should see how many seeds I have, actually. I have a total of 6 more mealwood seeds and 2 briar. Okay. Well, we'll see. Hey, we got our clothing factory. Snazzy suits. Just make a bunch of these, please. So, there's 3 different kinds of suits. There's the warm sweater, the cool vest, which are pretty obvious. They affect how warm they stay and how cool they stay in warm and cool areas. Most of the time, if an area is too warm or too cold, they just don't end up staying in that area very long. So I don't find these all that useful. Not to mention, as of right now, it's kind of a pain to get them to switch outfits. So maybe in the next version. Speaking of which, there is a new version coming out next week. So I might actually skip next episode and do something else for next Wednesday. And then the Wednesday after that, we'll have the new version to play with, which will be very cool. Anyway, these snazzy suits dramatically increase the decor near that person. So that's going to be, A really handy thing to have. I'll leave that at 5. I kind of want to make sure that everything else gets done. Oh, okay. New duplicate available. Let's see what we got. All right. So we've got irritable bowel. I really don't want to deal with that. Loud sleepers. I don't want to deal with that either. I don't even care. Well, and learning is basically useless now. Slow learner, don't care because, again, learning's almost useless right now because we're not researching. We've already gotten all the research. And they can't dig. Fine. We've got other people to do that. Tinkering is handy. Medicine, I'm not really sure. It affects themselves. They're more likely to be alive, effectively. Athletics is useful. This guy's actually pretty good. Well, let's bring in Joshua. Come on, Joshua. Join. You're going to need a bed. Yes, you are. So let's get you a bed sooner than later. And let's make this out of granite. Granite's great stuff. And we'll do the same layout that we have in other places. Just going to put in a blank canvas here, 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 there. And we can put in some other beds at lower priorities. Because we're eventually going to want those anyway. We've got our first hat. Look at that. Nice. Okay. Got to find a way to click on it. And then Ellie, you get the first one. You know, let's rearrange this. We don't need this pump anymore. Because that was more for cleaning up this area. And that's been done. We were going to put a shower in here, right? Let's put a shower in here. I want another one anyway. There. And by the way, the reason I don't run it straight up through, there's 2 reasons actually. One is it's hard to explain. It's best to branch into your inputs, and then also when pipes are visible, they are negative to the core. So there you go. Let's put a manual airlock right here. And we'll put a pneumatic door over here. And we'll put a couple of tile over here. There we go. Start processing this. I'm so sorry that you had to go completely under pea water there. I'm wondering if we're going to have to double up on the biodistiller. Oh, we have 0 slime. Okay, time to start getting that done then. Dig. Dig for your lives. Well, dig for slime. Put in an airlock back here. Because we're about to get a bunch of polluted oxygen. I really don't want to have to deal with that right away. If we do this right, this should all kind of drain into this pool down here, and then I can get around and gather stuff. Oh, hey, Thimbleweed. Eh, let it grow. I almost just sang the song. Gonna do it. Let it grow. Let it grow. Sorry, that's all. I'm done. Not gonna do that again. Ever again. Go ahead. I don't actually need to do this, too. They will kind of drop their fruits on their own. But I also don't want them to end up... I guess it really wouldn't make that big of a difference now that I think about it. I don't know. Does anybody know specifically? New duplicates. Slow learner. Again, don't really care about that. Diver's lungs is handy. They use less air. High strength means that they're going to be good at delivering, but it's going to take a while for them to get there. That's okay. Come on in, Nisbet. Alright, now we have 11. We're going to stop at 12, because I think that's a pretty good round number, and we'll be able to fit them in this area here. Oh, we are full on food. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and cancel these then. Don't cancel harvest. We don't need that right now. Or for that matter, we could actually set the priority to like 3. That's a better idea. Alright, let's get some, yeah, no seeds. So this is where we're going to start having problems. Blossom seeds, you seem to end up getting more of them on a regular basis. I'm not sure exactly why that is. Maybe one of you knows. Please let me know if you do. I have a theory, but it's probably wrong, so I'm not going to say it. This is Ellie, and she's using that suit. And you see everywhere she goes, it increases the decor. There you go. Cool, huh? Anyway, yeah, we need to find a way to get another algae terrarium. So let's go ahead and deconstruct this. And I think we're going to have to deconstruct... where is the... Yeah, it's just all over right here. Now, this will help at least. Uh-oh. Hang on. You see that? See that quaint painting? First of all, deconstruct that. Gross. And then second of all, let's jump into jobs. And let's make sure that Nisbet and Max and Joshua are not making paintings. The only one that should be painting is Ruby. I don't mind if they cook, though I am going to take everybody that's a level 0 here off cooking duty. I don't care about research because, honestly, there's no research to be done, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, nothing else really affects quality, it's just speed. Yeah, see, this one just fell right off. It's a little bristleberry. And that one just did. So we don't actually have to harvest them. They'll just fall onto the ground. And people can use them that way. Oh, hey, Nisbet. This needs to be your table. And this needs to be Max's table. And this needs to be Joshua's table. Because that's just what I do. I'm sorry, Meep. And Ruby. They all had to wake up because they couldn't breathe in their own bed. Sad. Thank you, Ruby. Oh, yeah, just keep that door open while you're working on it. It's fine, you know. Let all that polluted oxygen in. Don't think anybody will mind. Except everybody. Oh, yep, see? No seeds. But we got plenty of blossom seeds. The problem with blossom seeds is they take forever to grow. If you look at, let's see, mealwood seeds take 5 cycles for their first growth and 2.5 for regrowth. Blossom seeds take 10 cycles for their initial growth, but they regrow in only 2. So that makes them really handy once they're done, and, well, right now would be a good time because we're actually doing well on food. Good grief, we're doing crazy on food. Oh, okay. We have to keep an eye out for more blossom seeds. I think we get them as they're eaten, so that'll be good. This is the best I could do for a memorial. Poor Liera and Bert. I think we could do better than that. What's the decor rating? Oh my goodness, that's horrible. Yeah, we need to improve the decor over here. Ruby, you don't mind, Dan? Perfect. Good grief, we're running out of water. We're using far too much water. Oh, wow. Okay. At least we have a few blossom seeds. That might end up being a problem soon, too. Okay, water. How are we going to get more water? I think we're going to actually have to start pumping some of this polluted water out. No. I mean, we're kind of running out of polluted water, but honestly, that's not the issue. Oh, this was bringing in water from this one, and it's not anymore. Okay, so let me... I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up a... Yeah, let's get a pump into here. And then we can actually... Yeah, let's do that. There you go. That should get us some more kind of consistent water, because this will be putting out, this purifier will be putting out water a lot more often, even when the distiller's not. Plus, this distiller is not actually putting out all that much water, I don't think. 200 grams? Compared with 600? What is that? Yeah, a lot. Yeah, it's not putting out very much at all. Oh, here we go. Who's going to join us next? Don't want to deal with it. Don't want to deal with it. Don't want to deal. Nobody is going to be joining us next. Oh. These are all stifled, sorry. They're all stifled because it's too hot in this area. So, yeah, because bristle blossoms, hang on, let's go find, when you click on the seed, it actually tells you they want to be between really cold and 73.4 degrees, and this area is 74. Okay, so we need to do something in this area to cool it down. I know that there is the hydro fan, which is kind of a cheap way. Let's see, it needs a supply of gas. That's the hard part. And it has to be operated by a duplicant. There's a better way to do this, and that is to process, like, well, I mean, the better way to do it is the way that we're doing it up here, which is this thermal regulator. And I'm kind of thinking that what we might want to do, I'm going to pause this for a second and take a look. So the thermal regulator takes in gas and power and cools it, cools the gas, but heats the area around it, which is fine. But hang on, in oxygen, we have the air scrubber, which filters carbon dioxide and removes it from the air. It just pulls in carbon dioxide is basically all it does. Kind of wondering if I shouldn't set up some pump somewhere that pulls in carbon dioxide, or pulls in all of the gases in the general area, and filters it, runs the carbon dioxide through the air scrubber. I don't know. Some long, complicated process. Like, it's starting to get a little ridiculous. The other possibility, let's see, what do we got in the way of? So we've got all this air piping going around. We could process, like, we could cool this somewhere in this general area and then pipe it through these areas. The other possibility is to find a cooler area that's naturally cooler, like up here, and pipe in oxygen from there and then just run it over to here. That's actually not nearly as far. Oh, we've got lots of water right there. What's the temperature over here? See, it's 70s all over the place. So I kind of need to find a way to cool down. Oh, it's actually kind of chilly over here. Yeah. So what I need to do is set up a processing area over here and just pipe the air through this area. And I can just run the pipes through and it'll bleed that temperature into the area, or I can actually pump the air into that area and the cooler air will just filter around. I'll set up the system over here, but it's going to be a while before they actually build it. Okay, so here's how this is going to work. This coal generator is going to obviously be the power source, and I forgot to put in power. Probably do that. And it's going to run this gas pump, who's going to pump in whatever's in this general area, including probably a lot of carbon dioxide from this coal generator. But any actual oxygen that it pulls in is going to get pumped down, over, down, and for right now, get piped out into this specific location, which should cool down this area, because any gas in this area is probably going to be semi-similar to the ambient temperature, right, which right now is 13 degrees Fahrenheit. By the time it gets over here, it might be in the 20s, but it's definitely going to cool this area. Anything that's not oxygen gets pumped just right back out to over here, but we've got an airlock, so it's going to all get kind of mixed around and all that kind of thing. If we need to, we can adjust this, like if we get to the point where there's just no oxygen in this area or something like that, then we can actually start, like, put in maybe an electrolyzer in this area and kind of make that another oxygen generation thing. Might not be a bad idea just from the very beginning, now that I think about it. But we'll worry about that later. This also just has a whole bunch of oxygen in this general area, so I might end up figuring out something else for that. The other thing I probably should do, now that I think about it, is maybe move the coal generator over one and put a terrarium right there. Should I do that? That's probably not a bad idea. There we go. So now it'll actually pull in more oxygen than carbon dioxide, because as it passes from the generator, it should get, some of it at least, will get processed here. And then away it goes. Nice. I think. We'll see how that works out. Also, this is all priority level 5, so it's going to be a while before that's actually done. Might be next episode, actually. Alright, so is this doing anything? Not pumping. Why not? Oh, because it's all maxed out. Okay. Oh, and this is all happening... Okay, so we're making a surplus of water now, and it's all just getting backed up and not being processed. So we should probably have a second output over here that will just drop it in kind of on this side. It happens every once in a while too, where they'll just get stuck on one algae terrarium. That's like all they're doing. And I have to lower the priority until they stop. Because they'll just sit there and just deliver water constantly, even though it says it has water. I assume it's a bug. Are they doing that anywhere else? That might actually be why we were running out of water. Yeah, see, this one's doing the same thing. They were. Yeah, they're doing it here too. Alright, I'm going to prioritize all of these algae terrariums as 5s. Alright, let's see who our new duplicate is. Okay, May, an early bird. That's always nice. Bottomless stomach, no thank you. May, you're it. Her other stats are not great, but early bird is nice because all of those stats go up by 2 for part of the morning, or for the whole morning, and removes them at night. I've never understood, do they go -2 at night, or is it just back to normal at night? Anyway. One way or another, welcome to the colony. We will not be adding anybody else until someone dies. Unless someone dies, I should say. Well, as everybody heads to bed for the night, finishes off their evening meal, and gets a good sleep, I think it might be time to say goodbye as well, at least until next episode. Hopefully next time I'm doing one of these, there will be a whole bunch more features to play with. So, if you enjoy this kind of thing, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and hit that little alarm bell. And until next time, I'll see you. Wait, that's not how it works. And I'll see you next time on Epic Tech.